If you were eating 400 times the nutrition that you're eating right now, what would you look like? Many of our animals, and I say animals meaning everybody really, many of them don't get adequate nutrition. They don't get adequate vitamins, minerals, fats, proteins, carbohydrates on a day-to-day basis because we change how their diet goes in, right? So they get more carbs than they need, they don't get enough protein, and they get the wrong kinds of fats. That said, that means that we have a population of animals who are not very healthy, and so they need more food in order to stabilize and be healthier. But they don't need more of what they're getting. They need better nutrition. They need more nutrition. I talked about how animal rescues help communities do lots of things. They are basically an arm of the law enforcement. They help communities prosper. They really help communities raise their level of humanity, but they also help them raise their economic level by helping those animals, dogs, off the streets. They help those animals who are in poor health, that are abused, that are underfed, that are wild, come in off the streets, get better health, and move on to have a better home. Now, sometimes that better home doesn't necessarily feed them better either. And so what I want you to think about is, if every one of those animals needs 400 times the nutrition that they would need as a normal dog, think about how expensive that is. Think about how many resources would go in to those animals. And I want you to consider that animals that are fed appropriately, even though it might be more costly, animals that are fed appropriately, that have adequate, the three, water, food, shelter, that have all those things, are less expensive to keep. They're less expensive not just for the owner, but they're also less expensive for the whole community, because they don't become abused, lost, abandoned, damaged, all those things. It also helps the community to have a better economic base, because when animal owners are better able to feed their animals, better able to house their animals, better able to care for their animals, they can also take better care of themselves, because they're probably spending less on illness, injury, and the need for, life-saving drugs. So when we have animals who are not eating or needing that 400 times the energy to heal, the whole community is doing better, because the whole community is gaining income. The whole community is transferring their wealth in a better way. So instead of throwing good money after bad, in the case of trying to keep these animals healthy because of their neglect, we're actually sending good money after good, sustainable incomes and economics. If you're in a community that has a rescue, support them. Support them in any way you can, whether it's through volunteering, whether it's through educating your friends, whether it's through donations. Support them so that they can maintain and help those animals, not just the ones in their facility, but those rescues also help people keep their animals at home. Here in Bosque County, our rescue does a ton of work with animal owners so they can keep their animals at home. One of the things we recommend that they do is get a chiropractic adjustment. The chiropractic adjustment and exam helps those animals stay healthier, helps their owners save money, and it helps the whole community thrive and rise to a level of economic status that is more stable, and that keeps it from seeing the other symptoms that happen. So lots of loose dogs in the community tell us that there's alcoholism, there's abuse, there's drug use, all the way down to criminal activities like sex trafficking, all those things. Those dogs are just a symptom of it. And when we solve the problem for those animals, we actually expose those other problems at a higher level and at a faster rate because it's easier to see them. If you're a veterinarian or a chiropractor who has yet to add animal chiropractic to your practice, here's the other key. When those animals get adjusted, they use their nutrition better. They use the nutrition they're getting better. They live better and need less food because their body is able to process it better. Same happens with humans, by the way. Humans who get adjusted on a routine basis have a tendency to utilize their nutrients better. Their gut is better able to get rid of waste products, and they're better able to mobilize and use the proteins, fats, and carbs that they need. That said, if you're a veterinarian or chiropractor who has not added animal chiropractic to your practice yet, I would recommend that you consider it now, because you are an arm of that entire body of law enforcement, that entire body of people in those rescue systems who are helping your community rise to a better economic level, better health status, and making it easier to see those areas that need additional focus. Find us today at animalchiropracticeducation.com, where we can help you build a profitable animal chiropractic practice in an area where you can support rescues. We support rescues. That doesn't mean that we do things for free. It means that we help those rescues learn to better care for their animals through the work that we do. Our rescues, they pay us just like everybody else does. But what they find is that when they pay us, they save money. They save time, they get more animals out into the community, into homes. They do better because their animals are adjusted. Find us today at animalchiropracticeducation.com, and we'll train you to build a profitable animal chiropractic practice.